So I want to talk about life, working, responsibilities, expectations, society, etc. And I have some notes because I can't. It's just easier for me. So I have some notes. So if I look down, that's why. So today I called out of work for a mental health day. And I actually did some retail shopping at a thrift store, market, and where else did I go? Dollar Tree. Work is just so stressful, right? And I hate it, and I wish I didn't have to work. And I feel guilty sometimes thinking this because I know people are out there who would love to have a job, people who are out there struggling, and I have the ability, I'm capable, I'm able to earn a living and take care of myself, right? But it's hard. I don't think I'm lazy. I feel like there's no meaning, there's no purpose. I feel like I'm just working my life away. I feel like I'm living to work. That work is taking up most of my time. That I'm just looking forward to the weekends. And I feel like I'm getting so old. I'm 36. I feel like life is going by so fast. And I'm spending it doing something I don't like. I hate the modern idea of earning a wage, spending 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, only 2 days off. Really, it's 1 day off because 1 day has to be spent preparing for the week ahead. And it's just stressful and a lot. And I wrote down what I actually want, which is freedom and creativity and to be in nature. I wish I had the ability to move when I wanted to move. I don't mean like relocate, but I mean like do what I want to do. I wish I had the freedom to do that. I know there are ways. I know people are entrepreneurs and they're freelancers and they etc. I feel like I don't have the mindset, the entrepreneurial spirit, that I'm not like business minded. What am I going to create? What am I going to do? And then freelancer, it's like they say everybody has a skill and you do have a skill, you just got to find it. I don't know. I just feel like it's all overwhelming, that idea of doing that, which is probably why it just keeps me stuck. But in an ideal world, I just want freedom to work when I want, to make my money how I want, to travel when I want. I want to be out in nature and not in building 8 hours a day. It's just a lot for my mental health. I get so overstimulated. I feel like in a perfect world, I would work 30 hours and be able to make a living. Like I want to work 30 hours and be able to take care of myself, pay my bills, put a roof over my head, etc. But that's wishful thinking. The other point I wanted to make, I feel like modern, or not modern, but the way society is built is draining to me, right? The trap of buying things, owning and then paying it off and then working to pay it off, and owning all these things, and the motivation to work is because you get to own all these things and you get to have physical proof of, I don't know, your labor. And it's just like, I don't care about any of that. Obviously, I do fall in the trap sometimes. But for the most part, I could give away everything I have right now, and I wouldn't care if I could just travel and experience new cultures every day, experience different parks and forests and trails. I value that way more than my flat screen TV and my laptop and my iPad. I don't know. The other point, fantasies, which is basically what I just said. My fantasy is to live a life of freedom and be able to just pick up and go anywhere I want, when I want, and experience different cultures. My phone cut off or stopped recording. I maxed out my storage capacity. But anyways, the last thing I wanted to say was I wrote down a question for myself. What will I actually do about this? I don't know. Maybe I'll have an epiphany one day and realize that there is a way that I can create income for myself without having to do a traditional 9-to-5. Maybe I'll have an epiphany one day and realize, oh wait, I do have some skills that I could use. I am capable of being a freelancer, or I don't know, picking up and just moving abroad and figuring it out. I don't know. For now, I go back to work tomorrow. And I try to give myself all the things that I said I want. I can still experience creativity. Yes, it's hard to find the energy and the motivation after working 8 hours a day. It's hard to want to do anything other than rot in your couch and watch Netflix and scroll on social media. But I can sketch, I can paint, I can create, I can go out into nature, I can do all those things. But still, I want a different life. This is not it. I'm not built for this conventional, modern work life. So I hope I figure it out. That's it. Bye.